Hi everyone, welcome along to this week's edition, which I believe is week 6 for our website building course. We've got Tracy and Shelley with us again. Thanks Tracy and Shelley for joining us.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. So this week we're going to look, kind of have a little bit of a roundup really, and you should, if you've been following the course, you should have got to a certain level now. So this one's going to be the last one for a little while. And we're going to have a bit of a roundup of what we've covered so far, and then I'm going to show you something new as well. And then what I'd like you to do, if you have been following the course and following the videos and that, is to put some comments into the group or send them to me privately, and then in a few weeks time I'll do another one and cover all those questions that are coming up. So this will be the last one for a few weeks anyway, and we'll see how we go with it. And I'd love to see your examples of your websites. So if you've started to create something, even if you only just started to do it, please share it. Share it privately to me or share it in the group. And if you share it in the group, I think it's nice because other people could give you feedback as well and say, "Look, I've done this. What do you think?" And I think that'd be really nice. And if you are making comments on those people's websites, remember, one day they're going to make comments on yours, so be nice. All right? So are we ready to rock and roll, ladies? Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. So I'm going to share the screen with you. Where are we? I think it's on this one. Here we are. No, sorry. Okay, I've got to get back to my main screen. Here we are. Hang on. I'm just going to minimize everything and come back to where I was earlier. Here we are. Right. Okay. What have I done here?
If you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
I minimised it. I actually minimised the Zoom screen and I couldn't find you again on me bar. Never mind. There you are. Dear. Right. So I've logged in earlier to our test site, which is the South Wales Hypnotherapy site. I've logged in, and as you can see, there's our dashboard. All right.
Yep.
Now, if I should be able to scroll up here on the dashboard, because it had earlier on, yeah, updates. So something I wanted to cover. When you log in, you may find that you've got updates, and those updates today relate to these plugins, as you can see. All right. So if I scroll back up again and go to the updates, what happens is that, and you'll see this a lot, and plugins are constantly being updated, and which is a good thing, really. You know, the people who create them like to update things as they find little bugs or whatever in the system. So today, these two need updating. So you just click them like that. Or select all, depends if there's quite a few, and then click on update plugins. It takes a few moments, but it's a good thing to do. So it's good, even if you've built your website and then you think, oh, my website's great now, I don't really need to log in and do anything. What I would say is log in maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks, something like that, and just check that your updates are up to date, because that may affect the way that your plugins are working. So you always want the good version, the new updated version. So it's good practice, really. That's all. You know? So after a few minutes, you'll see then it says right here, all updates have been completed, and that's it. You don't have to do nothing special. You literally click a button, Bob's your uncle, it's done. And like I say, come back every couple of weeks or so and you'll see any updates that need doing. Now, what I want to do today, first of all, is have this kind of roundup, if you like, of what we've covered during the last 6 weeks. And just tell me yes or no, Tracy and Shelley, if you feel that you understand what's in each of these areas. Now, again, we haven't covered all of them, so that's okay, because during this course, some of them would be a little bit advanced, and we might cover those on a later date.
Yeah.
And when I say that, it's stuff that it's not really necessary at this point where you are in your learning to know everything. And if you want to explore these areas, of course, explore them. So do you remember what posts were? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Making a new sort of like section.
Kind of.
And posting, like putting something on your website, like whether it's the picture or whether it's
well, now your internet's going a little bit dodgy on us, Tracy. We missed some of what you said there. Sorry.
I said it's posting something on there, putting something on there, whether it be wording or whether it be a picture.
Okay, so like a blog, you mean?
Yeah,
that's what you mean, isn't it? Yeah. So
yeah, the word.
Yeah. In a blog, all right. Then if you was creating a blog, this is where your blog posts would be. So we don't have a blog. We're not using this site as a blog. So, but some people like blogging and they like to put constant updates. Oh, this week I'm doing this. This week I'm doing that. Or even today I'm doing this. Today I'm doing that. And those are blog posts. And then you share those blog posts maybe on your social media or whatever. And people come to your site through that way. So that's a good thing to do if people are into that. So if you had your post is specifically for blogging, really. All right. So media, do you remember what media is?
That's your pictures and stuff, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, it's exactly that. Yeah, it's your pictures, it's your videos, it's everything that you want to include on your website. All right. So you see, we've only got a few. These ones here, these pictures of these lovely people here, they're kind of just generic pictures that came with the theme. So when I installed the theme, they were part of the theme. I don't actually know these people, but there you are. And that's what happens sometimes when you install a theme, because the theme has pictures or elements with it, you'll get those into your media library. So pages, do you remember what pages was?
Yeah, that's where you do all your writing, isn't it? You can make a new page and...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the pages we've got at the moment is Happy Days. We've got, last week we made a draft of the home, didn't we? Right at the last knock-in. So we said, if you want to work on a page before you publish it, make the draft and then create it just as you want it, all the right words, all the right pictures, in all the right places, and then publish it. And what you're going to do then is you will take see where it says welcome to South Wales Hypnotherapy. If I was creating a new version of that, what I would do then is make that a draft or delete it. It's entirely up to you. You can delete it and then replace it with this new homepage here. So which I would have crafted and got just right. Because otherwise you'll have two pages, wouldn't you, that would be fighting for position of being the home page, if you like. So delete the one or make that a draft if you don't want to actually delete it, and then put the new draft as being your published home page. Now there's something you're going to have to do there, and see if you can think of what it is. So if I publish that today as my new draft, I've got it all just right, the pictures and everything else, and I want to publish that. What else would I have to do? We covered it, I think, last week or the week before. What else would I need to do to make sure it all worked?
You've got to press the thing up on the top of the dashboard thing, publish or update. I can't remember what the word was.
Yeah, we would do that. Yeah, once I've published it, though, there's something else that I would have to do. So
check the phone and tablet and the other button so that it looks right on all your things, like your laptop, computer, phone. No?
Okay. Almost. All right. If I scroll down here a little bit, all right, and I'll hover over this menu, the clue is... Yeah. Go down a little bit. If I point to here...
Menus.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we would have to make sure that the new page was part of that menu, wouldn't we? And make sure that the menu was right again. Because now we've added...
right.
You know what I mean? Yeah?
Yeah.
Because now the old menu would have been the old pages, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Now we've
Yeah.
published a new page. We'd have to make sure that the menu was actually correct in the way that we made it. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's in the right order.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because otherwise you look at the website and go, "This is not right. It doesn't work. Why doesn't it work?"
Yeah.
Your menu, you haven't updated your menu, and that would be you go into this here. You look at your menu structure, and this is our structure at the moment. And of course, if we got rid of Welcome to South Wales Hypnotherapy and we put a new page there as a new front page, we'd have to make sure that it looked right here, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
drag it up.
That's it. Yeah, cool. Good answer, pair of yours.
Got the right
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Okay, so that's our pages. The comments one relates to the posts. So you remember I said to you earlier, if you're making this site a blog site, your comments would be relating to the post that you're putting out. Now, of course, we have no comments because we have no posts, and this is where you would have them here. And you can approve comments or you can disapprove comments and so on. So if you do set up a blog site, then you'll see comments in here once people leave them. And you'll see here it says pending or approved or so on. All right.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say about comments and blog posts, if you are setting it up as that, then people, and you have it so that people can leave comments. If you have them pre-approved so they can just leave them directly, that's great. But you may want to keep a check on those comments because some people could leave, let's call them adverse comments, or they could even spam you through those comments. And, just keep a check on them. The other way you can do it is you can have them so they have to be approved. And what happens then is you will get an email and it says, oh, John Smith wants to leave a comment. And okay then. So you can then see what the comment is. And it might be a lovely comment. You think, oh, great. Okay, yes, I'll approve that. And then you can approve it for John Smith to leave the comment. It's extra work, but it's one of those things you might want to just keep a check on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just think of like the likes of Facebook or Twitter or any of those sort of things where people leave comments. Some of those comments you might like, some of them you might not. And once they've left a comment, that's it, So if this is on your website and your clients are going to see the comments as well, so just be aware of that, all right? The assistant, again, is something, it's a little bit, we're not going to cover this now. This is part of, as you can see, the Ionos system, right? And it's something that we're not going to cover in this. Elementor is all about Elementor, which was a plugin that we installed. Templates, again, remember I said to you we can create something and make it a template? This is where you can see those templates in here, all right? So if I click on there, I think we saved a template, didn't we? Yeah, there we go, new template we made, all right? Which I actually spelt wrong by the looks of it. But there we are. We know which one it is. It's the one that's spelt wrong.
Yep.
So that's where you would see your templates. Yeah. Okay. We move on. This is a plugin that I've got, which is WP Forms, which allows you to create forms and put them on your website. So again, it's a little bit advanced for this part of the program that we're doing. But if you want to create forms on your website, then get a plugin that creates forms, and it's quite easy to do. It may be, again, something that we come back and cover that at a later date. All right. Okay, appearance. Do you remember what appearance is? And if I hover over it, it will give you a massive hint.
Yeah, you got how it looks and all the things that you can put in it.
That's it. Yeah.
The header, the bottom, so that you can go from bottom up to top.
That's it. Yeah.
It
It's
is,
all that customization of the actual theme of the website,
Yeah.
Now, depending on your theme, you may see other things in here as well. But of course, with this theme, this is our options that we have with this. But if you have a different theme, you may have different options as well.
Yeah.
Plugins. What's plugins?
Elemental.
Yeah.
Acuity.
Little things that are there, isn't it?
Yep, that's it. Yeah, it is. So there's like small programs. Think of them as small programs, and this is the ones that I've got installed on this one. Some of them come again with the theme, and some come standard, if you like, with different WordPress. So if you go to Ionos, you'll get certain things plugged in automatically. If you go to a different company, you'll get certain things plugged in. You can just delete them if you want to. There's no need to have all of them. And as you can see, that's that WForms Lite that I've had there. Most plugins come, as you can see from scrolling up and down here. It says premium support. If you go here, premium, go pro. So most plugins, you'll get a free version with whatever it is, and then they'll entice you to buy the full version. Like this, look, love using Elementor, give us a review, become a pro version user, and so on. And like I've said before, if you want to be a pro version, if you like it and you think, oh, actually, I've got the pro version, which I do actually have the pro version, but I use it on another site. So I've got a one site pro version, and I use that on another site. So if I wanted to change it, I could change it from another site to this site. But of course, this site is just experimental, and it's kind of sits in the background. So I haven't installed it on here. Users
Before
again.
You go, can I just ask? Right, before you go there, it says on one of your thing, it says about protecting your look. See the anti-spam. So that's a good one to have, is that?
Yeah, it is. And actually, that came with this version of WordPress. It came as part of just bundled package, if you like, and that was it. Yeah, and it's protect your blog from spam. Now, see, I don't have a blog, so actually, I'm not even really using that because we're not using the blog part. If you was, yes, definitely use something like that, and it stops that spamming, which people do. Trust me, they really do. And they'll find sites to spam on. So yeah, definitely good idea. Something like that. Yeah. Let's have a look at some of the others. The one that I would really recommend is this one. Where is it? Login attempts reload. This one. There's lots of limiting your login. The other one that I couldn't remember the name of last week was WordFence. So WordFence is another really good one, and I use that on a different site. I use that on my David Finch site. WordFence. It's the same thing. It limits the login attempts. With WordFence, it gives you a bit more protection as well. I think that's actually a better version than this one. But the main point of this is it's limiting the amount of people that try to get into the site. And remember what I said before, it's not actually people. It's just a little robot. It's a little robot that goes around trying to get in, trying to find the passwords. So yeah, I would definitely encourage you, as soon as one of the first plugins, put something like that on. WordFence or limit logins. It just protects your site, you don't have any problems with that. Users, you can have more than one user. I'm not going to click on this because when you click into it, you can actually see the user's username. You can create new passwords and so on. So I'm not going to click into that bit at the moment because, of course, this is being recorded. All right.
Yeah.
Tools. Again, it's a little bit techy. It's bits and pieces that we really don't need to worry about at this point. All right. And the settings again. This does have some good stuff actually. The general settings, probably more for blog use again. Writing, reading, again more for blog use and the discussions. So if you are setting up a blog, then get used to these settings here. I don't use a blog. I can't really talk in detail about blogging because I don't do it. But if you are doing it, these are the settings here you're going to need. All right. And it's about what can people write, what can people leave as, like we said, as comments and so on. What can they do? All right. So that's really again kind of more technical details about blogging. That's the limit login attempts. That's the plugin. Remember I showed you that last time. It shows you how many have failed to get in and so on. Oh, Germany is top at the moment. I can't remember who was top before, but you know, it goes up and down.
But I can see Deutsch.
Yeah, and you can see your settings here, or the logs actually. I think the logs. No, settings. Let's have a look. I think it is settings. Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I said I set it to 990. That's the maximum you can set it to. Which is a good thing to do, you know. Yeah. So we've gone through those. Let me now go to the actual site. So I've come to here. This is a page that we created last week before, whenever. This is our services page, and this was one of those created templates, wasn't it, in Elementor, which was quite nice. And you can see we've changed the banner. We can put the video there if we want to. In the past, we changed this bit, book a free consultation, didn't we? And this, if you remember, I linked it to Acuity. So that was a good way to do that. Link it to Acuity. So we've got all this, but how do we see, if we want to see this now on an iPad, an iPhone, a Galaxy phone, and so on, how can we do it? So the other week, it gone out of my brain, and I thought, right, I must show you this week. So up here, and this only works in Chrome. So if you've got Chrome, this works in Chrome, all right? So see the three little buttons at the top here. They call it hamburger menu or the button menu, yeah? Click on that, and then it says more tools. And then come across, and it says developer tools. Click on it, and it opens up another screen. I'm just going to move you from here. I'll move you over there. Right, and then here, you've got this toggle device toolbar, all right?
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the toolbar that we're looking at, this one. So you can put it on and off, all right? You see what I'm doing there. Now, here, it gives me a drop-down list. So if you've got a Galaxy S5, you click on that, and that's how it's going to look on a Galaxy S5. Now, that's not very good, is it? Because I'm missing out the therapy bit. If the person turns it round, that's how it looks on its side. So actually, then it looks okay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, do you remember we said before, you never know how people look on their phones, do you? Do they have it sideways? Do they have it upwards? And you'll never know this. And some people do it one way, some people do the other. All you can do is make your site look good for what you, I suppose, for the best way, you know, try and make it good for both of them. But it never will be. You know, like, look at this. Look, the pricing menu is here now. Go in, etc. Pick a perfect plan. Those boxes are here, and it's like, oh, right, yeah. But then Sapphire's hypnotherapy needs to be a smaller font, doesn't it? To get that on, it needs to be a slightly different font, slightly smaller, and then hypnotherapy would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Now, that's a Galaxy S5. How about if you got a Pixel 2 XL? Right? That's how it's going to look. That's sideways. This is now hypnotherapy works there.
Yeah.
Because it's I don't know if you know the Pixel 2. It's a massive. It's like an iPad. Yeah. It's like a tablet. Yeah, and it works lovely. You know, everything seems to look okay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can then go here. That's sideways on. Now we're going sideways. All right. There's a few other settings. It's 95%, 100%, and so on. You know,
no throttling.
You know, throttling is a bit weird. It's like, I don't know. It's low-end mobile, high-end mobile, or offline. What does it look like offline? You know, it's I'm not sure what throttling means. I must admit, I haven't got a clue what throttling means. But mid-tier mobile, I don't know. Yeah. If we go to iPhone 6, 7, and 8, it looks like this. It gives you an idea, and I think what you've got to consider with this is it gives you a general idea. The Y is dropped down again. See, now if I was doing this site for real, I would make that font smaller.
Yeah.
Because what what I would say about this is you've got to look at phones as being okay. Lots of people look on their mobile phones. If you can make it look the best you can for the majority of phones, like say go for, I don't know, they go to tablets there. What's a Moto G4? Don't know, but again, Moto G4, the Y has come down.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want to, you can edit this list, by the way, and you can add in other things like a Kindle Fire. What's that? Add to custom device. Right. So it should show us on that list. Here we are. Kindle Fire. Right. So you can edit that list. Now, I try to get my phone, and my phone's not even on the list. So maybe that's saying something about me. I don't know.
What phone have you got, Dave?
Huawei. What's it called? Huawei, whatever. I don't know. I can't remember the model now, but yeah, it's not on here anyway. Galaxy Fold, which is the new folding phone. Yeah, lovely. Looks great, but it doesn't. The website doesn't look great, does it? Look at that. It looks rubbish. That's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we spin it around, actually, look, you can do that's unfolded that way. Look.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If they unfold it and turn it that way, it looks okay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But if you have it folded the other way, oh, that's disgusting. You know.
Yeah.
that is nasty. Now,
Yep.
I wouldn't get worked up about that, because I would imagine if I had one of those Galaxy Folds, I'd probably use it that way round. You know,
Yeah, like a book, isn't it?
It's not just South Wales Hypnotherapy. It's going to look nasty. All other websites will look nasty, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They'd all look squashed in. So I would imagine anyone with a Galaxy Fold is going to use it in like this kind of landscape. Would it be landscape? Yeah. Landscape mode, wouldn't it? They'll use it in that, I would imagine, and it looks nice there, doesn't it? That looks fine. You know, no problem there.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine someone's going to use that. They're going to have this version. iPhone X. I think is it iPhone X quite a big one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. So what's this no throttling? I don't know. See, again, iPhone X doesn't look good this way round. Not really. The Y disappears. I would definitely make the font smaller. The rest of it looks okay. But it's good, though, to look, isn't it? That you can see.
Yeah, so you
if you look, as you were just saying, with the hypnotherapy, the Y in it, on the majority that you went down, the Y is on its own.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. And I think that's what you've got to go with, Tracy. I think you've got to go with the majority of these the models. No matter what model we choose, the Y was down, wasn't it, on most of them?
Yeah.
So straight away, let's go back. Let's do that. Let's go back to here. Let's move that. Let's go to the page, and it's on the first page, wasn't it? It was on our welcome page. So let's go to here. Let's change this. Move over here a moment. I'm not sure. Is it this? I don't think it's this one, is it?
No.
Hang on, let's go back.
No,
it's the Elementor page, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it? Hold on.
It's the first one that you see, isn't it?
This one. Right. Yeah, that bit there is the
welcome.
That doesn't look great. But this welcome to South Wales Hypnotherapy still doesn't look great there. So that's on a different page. So let's go back. And let's just change that. That's on our services page I was looking at.
Yeah.
So let's just change that one thing. Edit with Elementor. And this is, I think, the decision you have to make. What do you do? How much do you change? What are you happy to give up? I'm happy to leave South Wales Hypnotherapy as it is, because I think the majority of phones, that's not going to show on anyway,
Yeah, with the blue.
Come over here. Oh, right. So it's this one here. That's the one we've got to make smaller. So if we highlight this, now let's minimize you. Right. So this bit here, this is the bit we've got to make smaller. So actually, at the moment, the size is large. Look, let's take it down to medium. That doesn't really make a difference. Not making much of a difference. Oh, I think it might be the tag. So if I tag it to say 5. So this is heading, a heading tag. If I take that down, let's go on default. Default ain't making a difference. Small. Don't seem to be making much difference at the moment. What other options do we have?
You haven't updated it though?
No, yeah. Normally you see it before you update it. So let me update it and see if it changes. I've changed it to small, so let's have a look. The only problem is on a computer, that will look really small. But it's that balance again, isn't it? Yeah. Saying how many people will look on a computer, how many people are going to look on a screen. No, that's not making any difference. Why not? Why is it not making a difference? That's driving me mad now.
Why don't you go on the edit button on the actual welcome to?
Yeah, that is it. Edit the heading. Is that? That is it. Is that? That's this bit here. Yeah. So I've highlighted it. It's on medium. Let's put it on small again. Update it. Not making a difference. All right, let's try style. Let's try a different font. See if that makes any sense. Advanced. No, that's weird. It's really weird, isn't it? Because it really don't like it, does it? It's really like, no, not doing that. See if I highlight it here, make a difference. No, that's only taking us to there. Right. That's crazy. Why is it not changing? It must be something to do with the font, the heading. The computer's all locking up now. Here we go. I've made it a lower heading. That's crazy. What was default? Small. Right. Update. Come on. Yeah. Don't seem to want to change, does it? That's really weird. Really strange. What we can do, minimize that. Right. Now that changes that. I'd say what we can do is actually make that slightly bigger. All right. Because on a mobile, this gets shifted down anyway. Make that slightly bigger. Let's see what that gives us. Let's have a look. It might work, might not. If not, I'll shuffle it around. But yeah, this font definitely needs to change. I might have to just delete the whole word and then put it back in. Okay, so that's there. Let me refresh this page. Right, no, still doing it. Certainly on an iPhone X, the Galaxy S5, yeah, still does it on that. Yeah, still naffing it. Still don't like that. See, what's happened is that, yeah, it's dropped the video down here, which it will do on every phone. Yeah, as soon as you turn it around the other way, of course it's okay. It's just no good on there. Right, I think what I'm going to have to do is actually delete that. And this is one of those compromises, you know. This is one of those welcome to our site. And I know this sounds really naff, but it's one of those compromises that sometimes you're going to have to make, because hypnotherapy is such a long word it's just not going to fit on any phone. So you might have to do something else there, you know. So let me have a look again. Let me refresh the site. Okay. See, welcome to our site. It doesn't look so great. I mean, I put welcome to our site, but you could put something else. Just put welcome even, you know, and it would work. It's a real compromise. I'm not happy with it, but it's one of those compromises that, look, it does work. You just need to find a better word, you know, because even when we go up, Sapphire Hypnotherapy is lost there, isn't it? If you turn it round, it's fine. It's fine this way and it's fine on there. So it really is that compromise. And we're never going to know what the client, what our customers are looking at. Are they looking this way? Are they being forgiven or forgiving and saying, oh, right, I can see, yeah, there's a bit of a problem there. Never mind, I'm forgiving of that, because I know lots of other sites that I look at. I mean, I look at professionally built sites that have been, you know, spent probably hundreds of thousands of pounds on, and they still have that same problem. You've probably seen them yourself.
Yeah. You can't do anything with it, can you?
No, that's it. You know, it's one of those things, it can't be helped sometimes. Let me come back to you. I think that is the balance. That is the balance of website building. It's one of those things, you know, I could go back and think, right, what other word can I use rather than welcome to our site was a bit naff. But, you know, it's a compromise. It's a balance with what can you put in, what can you make it, how can you make it what you want it to be? Could you move it so the heading is in one place, the video drops underneath it? What can you do? And shuffle around with them, you know, and find that compromise that works for you and it's pleasing to the eye. And I think that sums up actually website building in a nutshell. It's got to work for you and be pleasing to the eye for everyone else, you know. Yeah. Bit of a compromise, I know, but that's the world of website building. You know, it really is. You know, sometimes you say, oh, I want that there and I want that there, and it just doesn't work, and you end up with having that there and that there, and or the other way around, and that's the balance of life, you know. Yeah. Okay, before we round things up, got any questions? Anything we're covered?
Yeah, will you just go over again for me how I change my old website link to my new one?
The link where's the link going to be?
Well, because that's what I want to know, because I want to put the two, if anyone puts in like Tracy Cruikshank hypnotherapy.co.uk,
yeah,
I want it to be able to one.
Right, so what you're saying is you want to redirect, so it's a redirect, that is, Tracy. So you want to be able to have it so you've got your old website, this is your old website, and your new website, and you want someone to be able to type this in and it goes to there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you don't do that in WordPress. Where that is in the back of your who are you with now for your hosting? Ionos or Wix? Okay, so in your control panel for Wix, all right, so you'll have to log in with all your login details, and in your control panel you'll find something that's like a redirect, and it will say redirect your domain name. That's what it is, or it might say your URL, which is what the domain name is, a URL, and you'll redirect from one to another. Okay,
so I redirect it from that name to my new name.
New name, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like it's almost like, if you like, you move your house, right, and you have a redirect on your mail. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And the postman doesn't come to your door anymore, does he, and say, oh, I've got some mail. Oh, they've moved. I know what, I'll go and take it to the new house. What they do, they just take it straight to the new house, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You put that redirect in place, straight there, you know. If you have a problem with it and you find that, you know, you can't find it or whatever, then let me know. We'll do a Zoom one-to-one, because we certainly don't want to be recording that kind of thing on Zoom. So, you know, in this session we wouldn't do that. But what we'll do is I'll get you to log in, and then I'll direct you to where to go, and you can share your screen with me. All right, if you're happy doing that. But have a go yourself first. All right.
Yeah.
And if you really struggle,
Will do.
just let me know, and we'll do a quick Zoom call and get that sorted for you. It's relatively easy, but you just got to know where to go. All right. So have a look at it and see if you can do it. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Anything else? No? All happy? All right. Well, get cracking with your websites. Remember, once you've published something, you know, and this goes for the people that are watching this as a replay or as a record, get up to speed with all this. You know, take some time, practice it, and then post your websites in the group, and we'll all put some comments. And you know, of course, a website is always a work in progress, and it should be always a work in progress. So you can go on, update things, take some people's advice. Oh, this looks good. Could you do this? Could you do that? Whatever. All right, and really help each other to create the best websites we can. Thanks for watching again for this week. We're going to take a break now, so there won't be any further ones of these for a good few weeks, and we'll compile all the questions together, and then I'll come back and we'll do another couple of sessions, maybe one or two, whatever we need at that point. All right. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.
Thanks, Dave.